food. Sue's up there. All right. That looks like it's working. That looks like it's working. Hey guys, will you chill out? Stop. Hey guys, can I just tell you something? My camera's on now, so when you misbehave, all of YouTube will see it. Okay, so we are live. What I'm going to do is spend a little bit of time telling folk that we're live and then go from there. So just bear with us. I'm sure they'll end while I'm typing. Okay. Oh, God, I broke it. You're still there. It's just you can't see it now, okay? But you are still on camera. You are still on camera. No, get off. Is there a link I can share?
Is there a link?
Shut up. Wait, you get off me. Oh, flipping hell.
It's your own fault.
What? Why is it my fault?
You said we can go in.
Well, I kind of accepted that was going to be the case. Don't lick me.
I didn't lick you.
Don't kiss me.
Don't kiss.
No, don't touch me. Get off. I'm trying to put it on thingy. Are you actually licking my clothes? Get off, man. You're being really nasty. For real? Stop it. So gross. So gross. So unbelievably gross. Hey, dude. I don't know how to link this to. That is a Pokemon as well. Huh? Yeah, Licky Licky is the next one out. Oh, boys, look, your food is here. Yeah. Just look, give me this, and there's your food. All right? That is a good. Can we get some red sauce for these two, please? Oh, yeah. All right. That would be amazing. Thank you.
And get any weird ass stuff as well.
Weird ass stuff. Just go. Help. Okay, go. Jesus. Okay. Additional soundtrack provided by my lovely friends. Guys, eat. And then you can. What is that? Tartar sauce? You are weird. Mayonnaise. Did you just get one of everything? Awesome. All right.
Because choice is key.
Choice is key. Do not lick that. Oi. No. Other people need to eat from it. Yay! Yay, my food's here. No. I will eat you. Will you let go? What did you order? Hi guys. Teriyaki noodles, okay.
With halloumi
And yeah.
and a side of chips.
I'm showing them my tip.
You're going to see your chips or your tongue. Okay, so this is probably going to be the most difficult, and fractured live thing I've ever done. Close your mouth when you chew.
Twins make things problematic.
Everything makes things problematic. But I figured because I'm out today and there's no other way I'd be able to talk to you guys the way I normally would through the Smut with Brains podcast, I figured this is the way to do it.
It is quite hot.
I'm not greedy at all, but this is all mine. No, cause mine. Bugger off.
Are you going for the white stage?
Huh?
Which one was saying why?
Both of them.
White.
Yeah, not greedy at all, but I've got like chicken strips here. I've got chips and I've got halloumi because this stuff is the shit. Do you know what? I'm going to ignore you. But what I wanted to do, because I am not sharing, no sharing. Well, I don't know, maybe. Because I know I wouldn't be able to record like I normally would today for a Tuesday, I would do this. Little did I realize how awkward it would be. So you guys get to see me eating and hear her burping, and rather than just bring me do it. Oh my god! Nom, nom, nom. So this is not Raven Shadow Hawk, and this is not Smart with Brains. This is DSB coming at you live from whatever pub this is. I've forgotten. Having lunch, accompanied by Sprog 1, Sprog 2, C, who you can't see, there she is, and Alex, who you can't see. They missed that completely. It is food. But I didn't anticipate how difficult this was going to be. They're really distracting.
Age of Ether.
Yes, Age of Ether. Are you wanting salt? You know how this goes. Go on. Trying to control their salt consumption. Dude, your fingers are wet. It's not going to work. Right, you've got enough. There, you get the rest. There is also Unfold Baby, completely out of frame, who is beautiful and no doubt will be shoved at you at some point by a very proud father.
Oh, food first.
Food first, wow. Now we know where she stands.
Oh, you should say the same thing when she's on.
It's true. Can't talk, eating. But yeah, so I got back on Sunday after being away for the whole weekend. Will you stop wiggling at me, man? But Age of Ether, which was the LARP that my very amazing, kind, wonderful friends paid for me to go on.
And cook you one.
Yeah, do that.
The mayonnaise has something in it. It's baconaise. I don't like it.
Do you want some mayonnaise?
I'm not doing that again. Oh my god. Why am I giving it to the vegetarian? You have it, dude.
Mayonnaise.
Yay, mayonnaise!
I'll give you one back.
You better have
Ooh.
asked Leah.
Do the thing. So after my sobbing and my tears of gratitude in whichever podcast it was that Raven talked to you about that, I actually got to go on this event and it's awful, dude. It is all yours. Horrible stuff. And I'm gonna try and be as structured as possible in how I talk to you guys about this, but yeah, it's not very likely. So I'm sorry in advance. But oh, there's one more place I need to share this. Hang on. Sorry, I'm organized, but I figure I may as well put this. It's amazing. Thank you very much. Keen.
Mayonnaise.
Well, yeah, but that's not their fault. How do I? Hang on. Stop that, man. It's freaky as hell. Yeah, any weird noises or voices you hear are probably coming from him. I can't find. There it is. Here we go. So I'm just going to tell them. Whoa, chicken everywhere. Paste. Right, right now about my AOA experience. Well, you guys are on it today. This is all really quick.
Always really quick.
There we go. There we go. Da da da. Boop. There we go. Right, done. They can't see you, dude. Don't bother waving at them. Oh, it's hot. What is it? Oh. Right, so I've done that. So, first of all, I didn't manage to get ready in any way, shape, or form, like on time, because that's just how I do. Well, you just eat your food. And these guys were at school because I dropped them off already. Oh, and it was the last day of school, by the way. So these guys are no longer year one. What are you going to be next year? Year 100. Get off me. Get off, get off, get off, get off. He's full of it. I wonder where he gets it from. It's my own fault, really. Culture it and it will grow. But the whole journey there with Kylie, who is lovely and amazing and wonderful, and not only got me there and back at no cost to me, but also paid for my food. I love you, darling. Mwah. What have you killed?
No, they're on about the broken law about the referendum. And
Oh, fucking Brexit. I don't care.
I don't care, but I don't want it to happen.
What can we do, man?
Sorry.
So it's funny because the whole time on the way I was panicking and worrying and like, I'm not ready, I haven't prepped, I have no idea where we are. I mean, when I got there, it's like, all right, we're in Australia, that's fine, that's cool. Couldn't figure out where we were supposed to be. Please stop leaning on me. Thank you, darling. And then I didn't have why can't I talk today? Didn't have a sleeping bag, although not sleeping bag. I had a tent. I've got a 3-man. My 5-man, my colossal 5-man tent of awesomeness was in her garden, is now dead, and cannot be used anymore. But I had my 3-man. Airbed, that's the word I wanted. Didn't have an airbed. The day before, I'd gone out to people and said, can I borrow an airbed? Can I borrow a weapon? My sword is also in her garden. No, it's not. It's in your living room, isn't it? My sword.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Mike, thank you for lending me your sword. Beautiful. Kai, thank you for letting me use Kitty's Revenge. Fucking love that weapon. And let's see, who else? Simon, thank you for lending me the airbed. Sorry, it ended up with a hole. Steve, thank you for letting me use your pump. Completely without innuendo. Don't know if you dropped off the ball there or something, but whatever.
Innuendo?
Yeah. Not you, him.
Spit in her face.
Do you have something you want to say? Right. What do you want to say? Hello, Smarty Pants. Well, there's apparently 6 people watching us right now. There's Dag. Can you see her little symbol there? So you can say hello to Dag if you like. Hello, Dag. And ooh. And Snow Bunny. Hello, sweetie. Mwah. And anybody else who is out there. But where are you? But I just did not feel ready. Another reason was I'd spent like 2 days before that stitching together like the last few bits of my kit. Because last year I had fur, like I'd taken apart a onesie from her and turned it into arm pieces and ears and tail for the character, my Harcanian cat. But if you guys didn't know, it's fucking hot right now. And I didn't want to be wandering around in fur. So I got myself some lighter, stretchier fabric to make leggings on the top that would replicate the fur effect. And I was making them, like stitching them on the Thursday and the Wednesday. And I don't have a walking foot for my sewing machine, so it was constantly getting stuck and I was stressed and annoyed. It's like, ugh. So the leggings I could wear them, but there was no waistband, so they came up to like they came up to like under my boobs, and the top was actually pretty good, but it came down to like here on my hands. So just a lot of my stuff just was not finished. I wasn't feeling ready. I didn't worry. I also couldn't remember how to do my face paint. Bam, stuff. But what I can do is find you an old picture of what I'm supposed to look like. So, oh, this was me trying it the day before. I don't know if you can see. Trying to figure out the makeup, it did not go very well. And then when I finally got into the field and had another go, it was a bit better when I got into the tent. But again, I just, yeah, it was so difficult, stupidly difficult. But then I finally got my face on, I got my ears on, tail, kit, even my not quite corset, but corset. Don't choke, please. Stop licking me. Bell went for time in, and that was it. Just
Mummy, no one was licking you.
okay. The entire weekend, I even forgot about these two. Okay, because it was that much of an immersive, awesome weekend of spectacular wonderfulness. Okay, so get off. You're leaning. It's uncomfortable. The Friday was primarily about talking and politicking and building up for the next days. I am really hot, sweetheart, and if you're on top of me, you're going to make me roast. I wish this was the alcoholic version, I swear to God. If you make me spill cider in my laptop, I will be very cross. And the character, Katarina Johnson, she's a Harkanian. For those of you who don't know what that is, a Harkanian is essentially a cat person, cat creature, alien. And I'm still learning about this character. I don't know exactly who. Oh my God. And this is actually kind of funny. For those of you who have not met my kids before, these are them. Yes, they're twins. Yes, they're cute, and they know it, and that's a problem. But Katarina as a character, I'm still trying to figure out who she is and what her priorities are and how and if she even does politics. So I started the Friday being a bit nervous and timid and trying to figure out how I speak, who I speak to, what my priorities are. But I needn't have worried. This collection of people, okay, this cluster of LARPers, I don't know all of them very well. Some of them I do know very well. But it doesn't matter. It's one of the friendliest, most inclusive. It's one of the friendliest, most inclusive LARPs I've ever been to. Like,
Someone can fit that whole hand in your mouth. You lose fingers away.
that I've ever been to in my entire life, and it's just a small one. You know, it's I think 50 people, maybe 60, but I don't even think it's that many. So
Maybe 60.
of togetherness, family, and if it wasn't clear enough from playing, then the response to my frantic Facebook message on the Thursday should have been enough. Help, 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 can I borrow a sword? I think that message had been up for 20 minutes and I had 5 offers of a bed and 4 offers of swords. You know, everybody looks after each other and it's wonderful. And what's happening at the moment is people are doing hots and knots on the Facebook group, and that's not something I do usually, but that would very definitely be one of my hots. Just how wonderful everybody is, OC, out of character, and just how welcoming it is. Yeah. So, actual Froth. The Friday, I managed to Right. One of the first things I did was get myself on the radar of the Queen, this being Queen Victoria. We're in Australia, but I'm not going to go through the history of it all. Just know that it's 1874. It's steampunk alternative history. Pardon?
Say the date
Say the date.
of when it was.
Well, when what was?
What you're talking about.
I was, and then you turned my face.
Say which Friday.
The 13th.
Okay.
Friday the 13th. July. Is it July? Thank you.
It is July.
1874 in Australia. I don't know if it actually was on Friday in 1874, but who cares? They've been invited to Queen Victoria's place. It is steampunk. It is alternative history. There have been several Martian invasions up to this point. So rather going down the route of steam for technology, it's more alien technology because we've been battered by Martians and we stole their shit. A bit like, a bit like in the MCU, actually, in Spider-Man, and Martian weaponry and technology.
2012. Yeah.
Hey, me! Wow, get off, man. So that was really cool. And it was that concept that, I'm so sorry, people. It was that concept that drew me to the LARP anyway, like in the first place last year, but mostly it was the fact that I could play a cowboy cat girl. My Harkanian is from Texas, so yeah, she does have the horrific accent. And can I just say, I've actually managed to drop that accent before now, which is usually a real problem. So yes, you guys don't get to hear that unless I slip. So managed to put myself on the radar of Queen Victoria by sitting in her chair. Exactly, cat. I just figured, I'm a cat. I don't care. I'd sit in her chair. Doesn't matter that it's a throne, you know, the seat of the war effort. I would sit in her chair. So I sat in her chair and then got told off. But very gently. She was very gentle with me. No, no rolled up newspaper. Although I did have to learn how to curtsy, which is fascinating given that, well, cats are, what's the word for when they walk on their toes? There's a posh word for it, but that's what cats are, and I kind of... That's also true. That's also true. But I assume that Katerina as a character would have trouble with a human gesture that requires her to maintain the position of her ankles and bend her knees, given that she's walking on her toes. So cue the most awkward curtsy attempts ever. That was really entertaining. And we had a wedding. The wedding was really cute. Really, really cute. It was between a Harkanian and a human. So the rest of the evening was spent thinking, are they going to have kittens? Are they going to have really furry human babies or bald cat babies? We don't know. I know, right? Never going to give you up, never going to let you down. Yeah, those were the wedding vows. I know. They were spectacular wedding vows. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second.
Does he actually mean like leave you, or I'm not going to bring you any dessert?
What do you think, dude? Okay, boys. Boys, say something rather than just chanting.
I am a kitty. I am a kitty. I am a kitty. I know what I want to say.
Say it then.
Hyena.
Hyena.
We know what their character's going to be.
Can't even remember for that. Boys, do me a favour.
Boys,
Catch me some Pokemon.
Oh, what did you say? Run around in a circle for 2 minutes.
Right. They're going to catch me some Pokemon. Do not use all my balls.
If we just can't get it,
Leave it.
and then make it for the win.
Please stop waving that fork around.
Your mum would like to not get stabbed in the eye.
Oh boy. Anyway. So yeah, the rest of the evening, furry humans or bald cats. We don't have an answer, but I imagine that's something that the boffins will look into. And if they don't, I will pay them because I want to know. In fact, it's not something I've ever considered for a cat as a character before, but in that there was so much kind of loose lust being thrown around during the course of the summit, she's now thinking,
Stop playing with your balls.
do I go into heat? Do I have a mating season? Do I want to? I'm a triac agent.
How do you feel about rain?
Hate it. Which is fun because we were in Australia, so no rain. But
Have you guys finished everything on your plate?
eat the peas. Eat the peas.
The peas are good.
That works. He's eating the peas. Oh, I think I've been cut off. Or at least my chat's disappeared. I'm going to keep talking as if he's still there. So, what was I up to? Lose lust. That's it.
I'm gonna go baby fishing.
Couldn't figure it out, really. So I just... But here's the interesting thing. And this is a bit of inside scoop knowledge because I've been thinking about this myself and kind of wondering, oh, is this a real thing? Here's a little baby! Cat. Given Kat's character history, she hasn't really had time to think about romantic entanglement. She hasn't really been around a lot of Harcanians until joining Triac, so it's all really new to her. And she was raised as human because her foster parents were human. So all those human traditions and things, even though she knows it's a bit peculiar for a Harcanian, she knows of them. Which is why... And I haven't planned this, by the way. This isn't something that I've planned, and nobody else knows about this but me yet, and now you guys. Which is why it's really weird that she's kind of developing a deeper feeling. It seems like she's developing a deeper feeling for Zathras. That character is one of the first that she met when she joined. And he's done this wonderful thing in, he's done this wonderful thing in creating a safe haven for the alien species of Earth, which are the Harcanians and the Reptids. The Reptids, I assume, is pretty self-explanatory. They are the reptiles. So it's really peculiar for Kat to have any sort of feeling about that. But on the Sunday during that last fight, when things got a bit out of hand, and we, Bryony! Oh no! Character death. Yes, eat every single pea and count them. What you got to do, is you got to pick up the pea. You have to show it to the camera. You say 1 pea, eat it. And you pick up another one. Whoops. And you pick up another one. Yeah, and you say 2 peas, eat it. Right, and you keep going. Okay, do it now. Go. No, you have to actually eat them. Right, and I can think of 2 other experiences in my LARP career where I've cried real tears because I just could not keep it together. This is the 3rd. Kat doesn't even know Bryony all that well, okay? She doesn't. But what? Eat some of the peas. She doesn't know Bryony as a character all that well, but it wasn't exactly Bryony's death that caused the reaction. It was Zathras and his reaction to the death that set her off. Yeah? So just eat the peas.
I don't want to eat all of them.
Eat most of them. So I'm standing there and Zathras is on the ground and he's howling. And I'm like, oh shit, she's actually dead. We've lost her. End of the bleed count. Fuck. And I'm crying. I'm actually crying tears. And I'm like, I know it's near the end of the weekend, so I don't have to worry too much. But if I cry a lot, I will lose my eye makeup. And it will just go down my face and I'll be a very sad looking kitty indeed. But then Zathras goes on this rampage. And I've got my orders because Kat's one of the irregulars, so she's on retrieval. Jess, another Harkanian character, has been very firm about the fact that her cluster of is that you? Weird noises. I told you, didn't I? A little cluster of agents are there to grab the wounded out of the field, pull them back to the healers. Okay, that's their job, right? But bear in mind that when Bryony was taken, so was Jess. So Kat's losing her mind, going, where is she? Where are they? What happened? Right next to me. Oh my God. Jess survives. Barely. She had 1 second left on her bleed count. Literally 1 literal second on her bleed count before her character would have died. So Kat's already in an emotional place, right? I know I've jumped ahead to like the last fight here, but bear with me. You know how I do. And emotion, fear, terror, war, adrenaline. Zathras goes pounding off after the overseer, and Kat follows. So, never mind the irregulars or my buddy, who's probably back somewhere behind me, hopefully not bleeding, but probably bleeding. I'm following the bloody reptid. And battered down this ether shield that's not supposed to be able to be battered down to get to the overseer, who's laughing in our faces. Asshole. Brilliantly played though, dude. I love you.
Why was he laughing in your faces?
Because he was evil. He was evil and he killed our friend, the overseer.
Why did he kill them?
Because he's evil.
Why is he evil?
Because some people are just evil.
Why are some people just evil?
If you ask me why again, I will lick your face.
Why are we
Oh, yeah. Right. So, yeah, it's really curious that Kat has developed this.
I want all your licks on you.
Thanks. This. He's licking my ribs. Okay, guys, for a serious moment, don't be gross. I'm trying to talk to the nice people on the internet. Whoa, steady. Okay, back up again. Thank you. I am concerned about you with this fork. You will poke yourself. No. No, because you're not even eating the peas.
You need to back up or I'm going to take you for a walk.
Yeah. So, yeah. I have leapt ahead a bit in the story, but it's really curious that a character who, she's actually a very young character. She got sent to try it by her parents to cause mischief. So I see her, I mean, given the conversation that was happening on the Facebook group a little while ago, Harkanians age in a similar way to humans. So she's maybe 21, 22. So she's very young. She's actually quite innocent given all the stuff that she's seen. And she's held on to a lot of that up till now. Some of the innocence has been lost. You know, Triac will do that to you. War will do that to you. She's also lost her parents when New Richmond went down. New Richmond being, yeah, I've got that right. It got attacked and shot down. Tons of people died. Her parents are missing, presumed dead, since she has assumed that they are dead. and gone on a little rampage in her last downtime where she learned new fighting skills because she was pretty much just beating up Martians wherever she found them. So some of that innocence has been lost, but not all of it. So in my storyteller's mind, there's this really curious kind of unfiltered glee that I might have another lot of another plot line to follow for her, because at the moment this is just speculation, but it feels natural that she's suddenly realized that these people are important to her, and people like Jess and Zaphras in particular are very important to her, and something in her break if anything happened to them, and the reality of Bryony dying has brought it all home to her. So it's going to make, one, my downtime very, very interesting, and two, the next event I managed to attend even more interesting. Aww. It's. But if I really back a little bit, because there was other stuff I wanted to talk about, a particular piece of plot that it's an example of how a small thing, right, one small thing can be taken and exploded into something fucking brilliant. So you're so gross. In my very first downtime or second downtime? One of my downtimes anyway. Pixie, because he's a freaking genius, introduced a character to Cat called by the way, guys, I'm telling you a lot of stuff. This is OC knowledge, so behave yourselves, okay? Introduced this character to her and another. I'm sorry, I do swear a lot, and I know I shouldn't, boys. I'm sorry. Of a nice, safe place for the alien species to live, which is exactly what Zaphras was doing with New Haven. Except he's talking about Zen, which I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want to share it and kind of spoil things, but basically it's a nice hidden place, particularly safe for Harkanians, and this glorious utopia for Harkanians where reptids are also welcome, but they're not out on top like the Harkanians might be. That is gorgeous. Can I show him? Look at that. How's that for a stunning piece of jewelry? Hell yeah. Lean off. I'm not going to be going for much longer, guys, because I know you're getting bored. And actually, you're doing really well, okay? You just need to let me go for a little bit longer, all right? Yes? You don't want it? All right, move. This NPC that he introduced in my downtime, sorry, got to fix my camera, turned up at the event, and it was spectacular. Did not expect to see this NPC ever show up in the game, but he did, and madness ensues. He pretty much drugged the Harkanians, like all of them, with an LSD style drug, LSD style drug, and took them on a little trip. And it was brilliant. Oh, you all right? You okay?
I didn't know that bit was...
You need to be careful or you will hurt yourselves. I know.
I didn't know that bit was hard.
Well, don't do it. Yes, it's Barker. Yes, it's Barker. That's his name among the humans, the Darkinis.
He was killing my book.
And off we went on this little trip to, and we went to Zen and we had a look around and it was like, oh, wow. Hey, maybe Harkanians should be in charge and humans are trying to shackle us and maybe we should kill them or something. I don't know. It got a bit weird. And dominated a very powerful effect. So Yeah, it's a piece of plot that I didn't expect to go anywhere because it was from my downtime. Yes. Oh no. But again, this is one of the other things that I love so much about this LARP. Something small, something tiny and outwardly insignificant that you might put into your downtime or that appears in your downtime can pop up in plot and turn into something huge and amazing. And I don't know if and what, this will go anywhere, but the fact that they took an idea and ran with it and included us in it is wonderful. And the kind of positive feedback loop that comes from, well, everybody within this LARP is, again, a new experience to me, and I love it. I love it so, so much. It's good cider. And as a storyteller, it's something I appreciate, cooperative storytelling. Just putting it out there. I can't remember who was there in the loos on the second day. No, on the Sunday, beg your pardon, when it was revealed in rather glorious fashion what my job is. Very quickly. Yes, I am a storyteller. I write stories. I write books. That's what this YouTube channel is, actually. So if you're curious, have a look around. I write fantasy, horror, erotica, sometimes funny stuff. And I also do erotic audio as well. But that's a separate thing that I don't talk about over much because it's weird and niche. But yeah, if you're wondering what I do when I'm not with these two, that's what I'm doing. Writing books. And I feel like I should plug my book, but I can't remember when it comes out. November something. Yeah, it's called Both Ways, and it's about vampires and lesbians and guns. So if you like that kind of thing, go buy it. Thank you.
About vampires and lesbians, not about lesbian vampires.
Well, one of them's a lesbian. Actually, no, two of them are gay. But yeah. Man, these chips are cold. I knew that was going to happen.
I should have eaten the halloumi faster.
Halloumi!
I don't like it when it's cold.
My mum just eats it from the packet. She'll like slice it from the packet and stick it with watermelon. That's weird, right?
It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I like it hot and a bit melted.
No, dear halloumi. I've lost myself again. That was so gross. I'm so sorry. Where was I up to? Saturday. The chat's gone again. That's so weird. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you stay there. Yes, Sparkle was played by Pixie. It was a bit crazy. It's more than a bit crazy. It was insane, and I loved it. And when he turned up again as the bloody Fae, started giving everybody Fae water and turned them into horny bees. I'm so glad I avoided that. Because I'm not quite sure how Kat would have handled it, frankly. Because she was already wondering if she was in heat or not because of the wedding. Yeah, Pixie, you're awesome. Thank you for everything you've done. In fact, my food is cold. My boys are getting bored. I've been talking for 40 plus minutes, which is about the length of a usual podcast episode. So what I'm actually going to do is kind of bring it together and round down. And what I'll probably do for next week is talk about it in a slightly more structured way. Next week is the usual Smut with Brain slot anyway, which is the podcast that Raven does, and she will Froth because she will not be recovered. And frankly, by that point, I'll probably be starting to write my downtime anyway. So there'll be even more to say. You guys need to chill. I need to put it together. So, yeah. Sorry this was a bit scattered and a bit weird. You've now met my kids. If proud father wants to show off the small, now is the moment. Otherwise, just chill.
She might cry.
Oh, she's asleep. Oh, beautiful baby.
I don't want to make her sleep.
She is asleep. Sucks to be you.
She sleeps all the time.
She's a month old. What do you want? So, yeah. Sorry, this was a bit scattered, a bit disjointed. I hope the sound has been okay. I'm test driving my new mic, which, God, I hope that didn't spike the speakers or anything. So sorry, guys. It's been really interesting doing this, and I'll probably do something else live again. You know, I like to do that kind of thing. Although the next one I might actually do on Facebook rather than on YouTube. Facebook is a bit more forgiving with things like chat and signal dropouts and stuff like that. I also won't be eating. I'll probably be eating, you know me. But yeah, thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the froth. There'll be more froth another time. Those of you who should be at work, go back to work. I know it's live, but come on, guys, it's recorded. It'll go up on the channel. You can watch it like later. Don't get yourselves in trouble at work, okay? For the rest of you, nah, thank you. For every single member of the Age of Ether player base, every single member of crew, organizers, you are all awesome. Every single one of you, I adore you, and you have made the last weekend. It was good enough that I forgot these two. Yeah? So when I got a message on the Saturday night from my mother, which is where they were, just kind of showing me a little video of them in the park, it was that good. I forgot and was like, shit, I've got kids. You got to go back to work? You do.
No, you don't want to go. Trust me. I want to go with you.
Yeah.
Come with me.
But yeah, you've made my weekend, and
He's going to work.
it was exactly the rest I needed. I am generally tired and mind weary, but the entire weekend was an opportunity to just let it all go. And you guys did that for me, and you facilitated all my needs in really spectacular ways, and I am beyond grateful. Thank you so, so much. All right, now, boys, would you like to say goodbye to the people?
I
I
did.
did.
Goodbye, Smarty Pants. Goodbye, Smarty Pants.
Don't look here because that's you. Look there. That's where the camera is. See that bit? That's where you got to look.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Smarty Pants. Hey, man, good boy. Goodbye, Donald Trump.
Did you say goodbye, Donald Trump?
No, goodbye, Donald Trump.
Okay, get off me.
Welcome to the Bond Son.
All right, get off.
Mommy.
Oh no. Goodbye, guys. Catch you next time.
Leon headbutted me.
I don't care.
But no.